Bree, but she was calling this a cursed game. Just mentioning,
Why?
everything that happened between, the unreviewable play, how many times the bases were loaded and everything, but your team came out on top in, I guess, a cursed game. Just what do you think it says about them to find a way today?
Oh gosh, I mean, it just showed a ton of fight. I mean, it was one of the craziest, wildest, ugliest softball games I've ever been a part of. And at the end of an ugly game, it you just want to walk away with the win. They count the same. Um, you get to keep it. We'll keep it, even though it was ugly. We're not going to give it back. But it just showed a ton of fight, more than anything. That's the most recognizable trait that I saw in our team tonight was our fight.
What did the team do so well to attack against Burzon early?
Well, I think they were ready, um, knowing what they wanted to hunt. I mean, committed to the plan really, really well, and just attacked when she came in the zone. I thought they showed a lot of discipline. Her stuff's nasty, and they were just committing to the plan and trusting their approach, and had some really good success.
And then the home runs. I mean, at this point, Bree and Courtney hitting home runs is all the time. But for Kaylee and Ken to come up with multi-run bombs today, just how big was that for them?
Well, we needed every run that we got tonight. And I think it was huge. I mean, Ken was also a couple inches away from another one, which off the bat, I thought it was out. She just, she's been working her tail off. This year is not, who Kennedy Miller is offensively. And you could get caught up in that mentally, or you can just keep working. And she's kept working. She's doing her job behind the plate. And so I just give her a ton of credit because tonight was a lot of her hard work showing up and her just trusting herself. So I think it was big time. And then, Kaylee's a great hitter. So she swung with intent. She got all of it.
Last thing I'll ask for right now is obviously not the start that Robin wanted. She comes in, I think it was a four-pitch walk, her first batter she faced, but then from there, pretty much shut him down. What changed in your eyes just of what she was doing out there?
Well, I think she allowed herself to reset, which is nice. It was really uncharacteristic of her, of our our staff. I think that's not who we are. We walk some here and there, but I just think it was messy in the circle. It was very uncharacteristic defensively. I do think that the work in the circle sets that tone, but we're better than that in both of those aspects of the game. I'm proud of Rob for going back in. I checked with her, because I think in the fifth, it was just like, hey, you in a good spot to go back in? Where's your mentality? Do you want it? Like, where are you? And she's like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I want it. And that's big time, because she was not feeling it early. And she just couldn't get herself back on track in that moment. But then she let herself reset and trust her stuff, and we needed it.
Thanks. I'll probably hop back in.
All right. It's one thing, Coach, we've talked about your offense. It's one thing to hit a bunch of home runs, but it's another to hit home runs with runners on base. That's what all your home runs today were with runners on base. Talk about that because that was the difference in the ball game was not just hitting home runs, but hitting them with runners on base and delivering with runners on base.
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. That's what's so big about everyone around those bombs was just grinding to get on base and finding a way to get on. And anytime you could put up a crooked number with one swing, that's, a bigger punch to throw. Solo shots are going to happen. We talk about that all the time. Like if we do our job, then, home runs are going to happen. We need to try to make sure they're solo shots when they do. And so when you can put up a crooked number in one swing, it can take the wind out of your sails a little bit. And we definitely did that tonight. Our offense was really good tonight, really good tonight, but it was a wild game. So our offense bailed out our defensive side tonight. And, that's what it's all about when you play the sport.
Was the sixth inning the strangest inning of your softball career? That was one of the more bizarre innings that I can ever remember. What was it like for you as all those bizarre
Eric,
stuff?
this was the most bizarre game I've ever been in.
Fair. Ooh,
And
oh,
we were a part of a 30-minute protest. in Gainesville. So like this game was wild. I don't even know what happened. I'm really glad that we won. We need to go to sleep and then forget it ever happened. Our players will never forget Matt's sprint to the umpire. I've never seen a foot race to the umpire, but he was ready for it. It's just it was just a wild game. We just need to, I don't even know exactly the sequence of the sixth inning. I need to go back and watch everything. I just know that Matt needed to win that foot race, and I'm glad he did.
I was going to say, let's start with him. Is he the fastest coach in the SEC? Could he beat you on a 40 race here, Dash?
Please don't even make me have to answer that.
All right, fair.
No, but he was ready. He was ready. He knew that it could get to that. He said he's been a part of one other in his career. That's the first time I've seen it. But it's obviously a really big moment. And, you just have to make sure in that moment you get there first. And I've never seen that play out. Just, is he the fastest? I don't think so. But he was fast enough tonight.
Fair. Just confirm and clarify what the umpires told you. Did they review the play and saw that the ball hit the bat twice, but then determined they cannot review it? What explanation did you get?
They just said it's not reviewable. So I don't know if that's all the information that they would relay to us. At that point, it's just not reviewable. That's it.
Okay. Now you got to win a marathon game. You go to game 2 now. You got a turnaround. What's it going to be like after winning a battle like that? They're going to be ready to play in another game and quick turnaround for you.
Yeah, I think both teams are going to be ready to play and ready to play a cleaner game more than anything. I know for us, it was just, I really loved our offensive approach tonight, but we just weren't who we've been on the defensive side, pitching or defensively. So for us, it's like, okay, I'm glad we fought. We're going to keep this win, but tomorrow we need to get back to who we are and what we do. And so, yeah, I'm expecting, we expected a battle. So we know it's going to be a battle. It always is when we play them. That just, it's probably going to just be a cleaner game tomorrow.
Courtney, just so I'm understanding right. So the situation, the sixth inning, it literally came down to Coach Michael winning the race to the plate.
You have to call, I don't know you have to call, he called timeout first and then he beat her there. They hadn't re-entered Bergeron. And so in that moment, she felt it. She was starting, we knew it. We were trying to figure out where we were going to use it. And we decided to roll the dice and see if they were going to find that before, because you could use it on the defensive side, but really on the defensive side, you just get one more pitch for your batter if they strike out. And so we decided to roll the dice and see if they'd catch it before she hit. And then once they throw a pitch, it's you can go in and question the reentry. And ultimately, I don't know if if it comes down to who calls timeout first or who gets there first or both. But Matt did both. And so it was huge. We absolutely needed that out in that moment. It was huge.
All I know is KB's side was dying laughing at watching him sprint. So
I know. She's like, I had to mute myself. They've seen Matt run plenty. He is like more than willing to put himself on the line in any kind of defensive challenge. So it's like, okay, I'll run this if you do this. And so they've seen him run plenty. But I've never witnessed anything like that. KB's like, I had to mute myself. I was laughing so hard. But it was perfect. I was not laughing. I was encouraging, go Matt, go. So crazy.
Good spot to end at, I guess.
All right, one more question. Anybody else? Nope. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.